There's a lot of things that the Bible describes as unclean, but I find in North America, not too many Christians have camel steak in their fridge. You do not have buzzard stew or skunk casserole, because all of us know, no, those animals are abominable. Chicken is the number one most eaten animal in the world. Number 2, fish. Number 3, pigs. And pigs are pigs, because their very name is synonymous with something that is uncouth and filthy. They are scavengers. Now, I know some people have pet pigs, and I don't mean to offend you. You have pet dogs too, and dogs are unclean. And in the Bible, when it wants to describe an unclean animal, it talks about the pig that was washed that returns to wallowing in the mire, or the dog that returns to its vomit. So pigs are frequently used in the Bible to describe the filthiest animal. People were never supposed to eat them. They are scavengers. In 2015, the World Health Organization, through its cancer research arm, classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen, especially bacon, ham, sausage. They are carcinogenic. Number 2, virus and disease can be spread from animal to animal through the blood. You've heard of swine flu. You can ingest the blood of another animal, and blood cells can affect your health. You know, even in the New Testament, it's really clear. It says, you shall not eat blood. The New Testament Christians weren't eating pork, but some of them were not slaughtering the clean animals the right way. And so in Acts 15, it said, make sure you don't eat the blood. Now, why would God just include the blood law and say, you can't eat blood, but you can't eat pig? That was just saying the health laws are still intact, but make sure you're still butchering them properly and draining the blood out. You know, from the time they're butchered, they don't ever purify the meat. It goes from the butcher yard to your meat counter, and it's never frozen along the way, and there's still living parasites in there like trichina. There's a lot of living people have trichinosis. They don't even know it. They think they've got bursitis or arthritis, and they have hogitis is what it is. Isaiah 66, start with verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with chariots. Is this talking about the Lord coming? Just read it the way it reads. Like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury, and rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword the Lord will judge all flesh, this great judgment day when the Lord comes. And the slain of the Lord will be many. Those who sanctify themselves, they're not being sanctified by the Lord. They're saying, oh, I'm holy. What I'm doing is okay. They sanctify themselves and purify themselves. What I'm doing is pure. To go to the gardens after an idol in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination and the mouse. So if you're going to eat pork, you need to eat mouse burger also. It says, shall be consumed together, says the Lord. So, Pastor Doug, will there be anyone in heaven that ate pork? Yes, they didn't know better. There will be people in heaven that had slaves. But not me, I know better. There will be people in heaven that had multiple wives at one time. But not me, I know better. But here we are near the second coming. We should know better. Everyone can access the Bible now. God doesn't want us to just be hearers of the word. He wants us to be doers. And it's not like there's nothing else to eat. You walk through the typical Walmart or Costco, and you've got 1,000 options for you to say, oh, I don't think I can live without pork. Come on. 1 Corinthians 3, 16 and 17. Do you not know that you are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God dwells in you? If anyone defiles the temple of God, God will destroy him. Now, that's New Testament. Your body is a temple of God. How do we defile our body temples? Remember when Daniel, this is the first chapter in the book of Daniel, they're being told they must eat from the royal cafeteria as they study, but that involved eating a lot of unclean food. And Daniel appealed to the chief of the eunuchs, and he said, we've purposed not to defile ourselves with the king's food or with the wine. It says after 10 days they were fairer and fatter in flesh. Fatter in flesh, we're not looking for that, I know, but what that meant was they were healthier. after 10 days of eating God's diet. And then the king tests them, and it says he finds Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah 10 times smarter than those that ate from the king's meat. And then it says Daniel continues to the time of King Cyrus. So it means that Daniel and his friends, with the healthier diet, had clearer minds, greater wisdom, and longer life. And it's interesting that you would begin this book of prophecy with a test on food. Why are we all in trouble with sin? Was there a test on food in the Garden of Eden? Did it matter what they ate? So whenever you're in doubt, don't eat what God says you shouldn't eat.